What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry, I got carried away watching. There's like a ton of tornado warnings going on right now. There's like a tornado outbreak in Illinois, and they just showed a drone flying through one of the tornadoes, which is wild because I think it's something that I could do fairly easily, especially with this guy. This guy could definitely hold up to flying through a few tornadoes. This thing is so tough. It goes like 100 miles an hour. So, I mean, if I could get that back up and flying, if there was ever a tornado around here, I just don't want to travel. I don't want to travel to tornadoes. But, like, check this out. It's like tornadoes like crazy on the ground right now. Anyways, I better turn that off. I love watching tornado coverage. Love it. Love it. Hey, could you do me a favor and go get that box from the back for me? Please? I appreciate it. My lovely assistant. I'm just kidding. How's everybody doing today?
I'm leaving in 20 minutes.
Teeth Brigade assemble. Oh, that's funny. Nope, no giveaway today, guys. If it was a giveaway video, it would literally say in the title giveaway. Like literally. If it was, that's what it would be titled. You would know. There would be no guessing, no nothing. Still at 1,800 views. Got 200 more views to go before we actually do the giveaway. So it's up to you guys to share it and share it and share it and get it up to 2,000 views. And then once it reaches 2,000 views the following Sunday, I will do the giveaway. So let's see. Thank you. Linda said, Happy Father's Day. I appreciate that. So did Fun Size. Where is that? I'm assuming you're talking about the video itself. It's just go onto my channel and look through the videos and stuff. It's the giveaway the latest giveaway video. So, yep. I wanted to show you guys something. I'm going to be making a video here soon. I did actually go through. Let me show you guys this. You guys can get a little exclusive. Oh, stop it. I hate this Temu. I really do. Every time you open it, it does these promotion things. And then it gives you like, says that you can have like a bunch of free gifts. But then you have to pay like a certain amount of money to get those gifts and stuff. Like, and you have to go through all this BS. And then they email you like 1,000 times. Like, I'm already over it. Orders. So you can see here, if let me see. I did a lot of research. I like went through and found a couple items. There's that one, this one, and this one here. I decided to pick the 3 best ones that I thought were the best. Problem with Temu is you never get what's pictured, honestly. I'm going to show you guys this real quick. This is one of their typical ads. A lot of their stuff has Easy Denture promotional stuff in it, and it's just crazy. I don't know how many of you guys have tried to go onto Temu and order any of these, but I had to sit here for hours just to find like 3 of the best ones that I could find. Turn off. No. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I can't find one. Anyways, most of these have like Easy Denture promotional stuff, and then a bunch of them have like the exact same picture of a bunch of different smiles and stuff. Like all those ones are like the exact same product. I was gonna try to find the actual image. A lot of them will stray away from actually showing the real image of what it looks like. That way people will get suckered into buying it. So I actually went through and bought the 3 that didn't have anything close to it. Like this one here. This one has, this is, whoop. Oh, is it gonna, yeah. Wish I could just show you guys this on my thing, but I don't have Temu on my. Stop. Has like a premium dentures, right? Has like a natural fit dentures. Premium. Oh, where did it go? Sorry. But then, very next picture, that's an easy denture. Right there. And then that, I don't know what the hell that is. I see these like crazy on there where it's like clear. Now that's got to be a different type. That if you see a picture of easy denture and stuff, or a now denture picture, like, you know, it's a scam. I tried to find stuff that didn't have the basic same promotional stuff that all the other ones have, and then I just ordered 3. So I think I spent a total of $11, and I'm just going to make a video showing you guys those 3 items. I don't suggest doing it. I don't suggest going to Temu and trying to collect some, because everybody that I've talked to said that they've gotten these like cartoon style teeth, which is crazy. But I did find some really cool like vampire teeth that are like, they pop over your original teeth. So I thought about taking my other pair of now dentures and popping them over the front of them and seeing if it works. I thought that would be fun. Linda said, Simon from Denture Rescue finally emailed me back. I shipped back the mediums for a large, waiting for him to send me the return shipping number. Oh, that's good. Yeah, $16 for shipping really isn't that bad. I've had so many people tell me, you have no idea. The very fact that they had to pay shipping to send it back and get the other one, that was enough for them to say it was a scam. Like, I don't get it. That's how they keep the cost low. That's how they keep it so low. And Easy Denture isn't low. Like, they could just pawn that shipping cost off onto everybody else and just raise the price and then make free shipping, which then you'd just be paying more anyways. Probably far more than $16. Well, I'm gonna show you guys these. I've talked about these on some of my videos too. I'm actually going to do a whole video showing you guys how to use these. I'm actually going to reach out to Jesse Dent whenever I get done with the video to kind of show them. These are the full 100% DIY. They're only $85 from Amazon. This is what I made these with. My very first pair. It was either Jesse Dent or Denture Way. One of the two. I literally got both of them at the same time, and I started making a whole bunch of them, so I don't remember which ones are which, but they're basically the exact same thing. They have the same type of products. The only difference is the Denture Way has multicolored gums, so you can do like a colored match, and then Jesse Dent only has one style colored gums, but it's the exact same thing besides that. And I'm gonna talk to you guys. You guys will be an exclusive on this because I'm actually making a whole video with all this information in it that you guys will be the first ones to hear about it. So these come with the gum material, which I wish you could just find this by itself. If somebody sold this package by itself, they would make pretty good money. I really wish that they did. But this is the gum material that it comes with. It comes with this 2-part silicone, which isn't even the right silicone that they use at a dental place. The problem with this silicone is that it's already hard when you put it into the tray, and then when you bite down on it, you're just squishing the silicone out. So it actually kind of exaggerates your gums and makes them bigger than they actually are. So then you have to go back and remold them later. So they use a whole different type of silicone when you actually go to a dental place that envelops around your gums rather than smushes into your gums. Like it's a whole different thing. It makes it a little bit exaggerated and off. They only give you 2 of these, which for me, because I have such a high palate, you can see how high that palate is. It often sits way above that little spot there that's in their trays. And so I have to go back and fix my palette later because they don't have enough silicone in these to actually cover how high my palette is. And these are just one size. These things are huge. So if you've got a small mouth, like, I'm just telling you all the problems with these. It is a cheaper option if you have a large mouth. I guess you could do this, a large flat mouth, you'd have a lot more success with it. Other than that, you're going to do a lot more work. So basically what you do is you have your plaster. They have one package per side. You mix your plaster up into a bowl with the allotted amount of water, which they give you a measuring cup to do your water in. And then, well, you don't do that yet. You mix the two-part silicone together, you put it in your tray, pop that into your mouth, and you wait till it dries. Then you take it out, you mix the plaster up, and you dump it into that, and you make a mold of your mouth. And then you can take your gum stuff, which is just 100% heat and mold. So unlike the Now dentures, which have resin to acrylic to heat and mold, these are just resin teeth to acrylic, or to resin teeth to heat and mold. There's not that extra strength of the acrylic in there. So they're not going to last as long. In fact, I think these are called DIY. What did they say? I don't have the instructions on here, but they literally said DIY non-permanent teeth or something like that, because I don't think they're made to last very long. And I made several pairs of these before the whole full DIY route, and it seems like you're having to fix them every couple months because the heat and mold, as the whole thing isn't nearly as strong as acrylic. And then you get a set of teeth, which I think is a little bit more natural looking than the Now dentures, because you can see how white the Now dentures are, and then the teeth to these ones are just a tad bit more of a brownish, not nearly as white. So I wonder how big they are compared. They even look bigger. Look like bigger teeth. Which that could just be the case because they're supposed to stick up a little bit higher, so they stick into the gum, and it gives it a little bit more to hold on to. So they're just locked onto this wire, which it's good to have like some hot glue and get these teeth sit on this wire perfectly before you start actually doing it. Because if you get one or two teeth kind of like out of the way, the issue with it is you need to build up the heat and mold plastic around the teeth thicker so it holds the teeth a lot better. But then when you go to actually start moving stuff around, once those teeth are kind of crooked in a certain way, they kind of stay that way because you never heat it up. If you start heating it up long enough to get that mushy where your teeth are, then basically everything else that you built up falls apart because it's thinner. So they're tough, and this is one of those things that, like, you have to have some skill to do this. Like, if Now dentures don't work for you, these won't for sure, because you have to have skill to do the full DIY denture sets. But I'm gonna do a video because last time I have a pretty good video for a lot of people who can't afford the the Now dentures or the Easy dentures, who just can't afford that route and they want to go full DIY. And I've got a few videos showing the products, but I don't show how to make it. And so I want to do like an instructional to just kind of show you guys how I make this type of. I haven't done it in a while, but it shouldn't take me too long. I should be able to turn it into like a 45-minute video or something like that. Sorry, excuse me. I only got the Jessie Dent because it's like $2 cheaper than the denture way. So let me read through these. Melissa said, are they difficult to make? Yeah, 100%. Like, you have to be pretty crafty in order to make them. like really crafty. I've heard so many people just fail at it, and then I've seen videos of people do it online that were like just really good at it. But it takes time to get that muscle memory to actually work to make them correctly, because there's so much that can go wrong with them, especially when you're trying to do the final fit. The final fit kind of because you basically get it and you mold it onto the ceramic piece, and then when you take it off the ceramic, because you mush your gums into the silicone, they're a little bit wider, so they're not going to fit right out of the box. So then you have to heat up, the surrounding areas and put it in your mouth. And if you don't get it right and it's too thin around the teeth, then the teeth will start to just fray out or something and get all over the place. So like you have to really pay attention, you have to really take your time, you have to have top patience in order to do it, and just take it really slow. Honestly, if you can do the ones from Amazon, the now dentures are so much easier. Yeah, it takes sativa. It takes a ton of practice. Peggy says, "Happy Father's Day." I appreciate that. Because of that, I'm probably not going to be on for very long. I was debating on taking today off, like I took Mother's Day off and the other holidays and stuff. I thought about taking the days off, but since I don't think I said anything last week. I just figured I'd go ahead and get on today in case anybody had any questions. I figured I'd give you a sneak peek on what's coming up. Mike, I'm not sure what you're doing. It just says date. I like your teeth. Thanks, I made them. And then thanks, I made them myself. End of date. Like, what does that mean? Sativa gets it, I guess. Said Mike's comedy hour. Hugh, I appreciate that. I'll look into that. It says 500 milliliter kit of the blue putty. I really don't like the blue putty. I've actually got the stuff that they use at the dentist. It's like pink, and it's like super watery, but it dries really quick. So you just like put it in, and then it actually forms around your teeth, and it's so much better than that stuff. But I'm gonna show the kit just because I have the kit. Did you get it? Did you get some good footage?
Yeah.
Heck
I'll
yeah.
let you know later with your help.
I'll help you.
The, the filming is kind of like not good, but I'll learn.
73 FPV said, "Hello, pilots and ground pounders. Happy Father's Day." It's an FPV guy there. Yeah.
I can't get this on.
Oh, I get you. Fun size. I get it. Did you get plenty of you skating?
Yeah.
Doing some tricks?
Yeah. Let them all know that, cause I was with Isaac, so I was like, he was also filming,
Yeah.
so I was like,
Does he have a camera like that?
better. So I was like, did my intro, and I was like, I've been skating this long, he's been skating this long. Then I showed like us doing like the ollies and shove it's, and then doing some other things. And then we were like, okay, we're gonna go street skate it. So we got some clips of us doing some street skating stuff. And then
Oh yeah. We need to just get a new
hurt my
DSLR.
ankle, so
Did you?
yeah. Well, I think one of the clips he kept rolling. I hurt like twisted my ankle. I fell to the ground. And he comes up. I was like, dude, stop recording.
Are you too much of a movies?
My wife and kids are gonna go see Toy Story 5. Is it 5 now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Toy Story 5. I didn't really want to go see it myself.
It's just us.
Like, you wanna go?
No, which makes me mad 'cause we could have gone earlier.
Mike says, question, after denture bath, rinse, dry, then put in. Yep. That seems about right.
Okay, bye, love you.
Bye, I love you. You guys have fun.
Bye.
Bye, I love you, Ed. Anyways, they're just heading out to go watch Toy Story. So, leaves me at the house by myself, which is probably the best Father's Day gift. After this is over, I'm going to go jam on the guitar for a while. Hey, everybody's saying happy birthday to all the fathers. Or happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I agree. I agree. All the fathers in here who are fathers. Unlike my father, who wasn't a father. You know. Let me pop that back up and see. Who is there anybody in Illinois that's on the live stream? Is there anyone from Illinois? Oop, I'm way behind. Because it looks like Fairfield, Illinois has a tornado. God, this just makes me want to be able to get my drones back out and fly. There's not as many tornado warnings now, but there's like a tornado outbreak right now in Illinois. It's crazy. Like, it wasn't really supposed to do much, and then it just suddenly, every storm seemed to have a tornado on it. There's one in Salem, east of Fairfield, north of Albion. One in Vincennes, Vincennes. And then one outside of Bicknell. And then Spencer. That's like a lot of them. There was like 12 active tornado warnings earlier. It's crazy. It's got to be fun. I was gonna... no, I won't do it today. Let me see if I can swashbuckle this thing around. Excuse me. I burped. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's do this. So I was going to get on last night. I was really bored. And my plan was... Is that on? Okay. Where'd my thing? Oh, display. There we go. Let's put this over here. My plan was to get on and see if anybody wanted to watch YouTube videos with me. Because I was watching some pretty funny ones. Biggest problem that I have, though, is I don't have YouTube, like, or oh crap, where'd I go? There we go. I don't have free YouTube, so then you're just gonna be getting double the ads. Hugh says, so tired of all the rain. I know, it poured last night here. Poured. So let me show you. Make sure that you go and share this not studio. And let's just go to my channel. If you click on my channel and then you go to videos, you can see that there's this video right here that says, oh, look guys,
Look here. This isn't just an ordinary denture, but the globally popular flexible
What?
smart custom denture kit. It's incredibly easy to use. Just soak it in hot water for 1 minute. It instantly activates in the hot
That
water,
girl right
becoming
there
as
actually
soft
has
as
her own
modeling clay. Next,
they
simply place it into
literally
your mouth
jacked her
and gently
YouTube
bite
video.
down. This unique
There's an
flexible
easy
material
denture.
will automatically adapt and perfectly mold to the unique shape of your jawbone, creating
Easy
a one-of-a-kind custom-made denture just for you. You
They
no longer need
jacked
to
her
book
videos
expensive
'cause they
dental
must
appointments
look
or
at
endure
her as,
months
like,
of
the more
waiting.
popular
Today, you can
denture
easily
person.
create your own premium custom denture right at home. This isn't stiff plastic. It locks
Flash
snugly
sale,
against your
buy
gums.
one, free
So
one.
natural, so secure. Talk, laugh, even jog, zero slipping, zero shifting, made with
Zero.
biosimulated material that mimics real
you guys
tooth
hearing this?
translucency and color. So realistic, even up close. No one will guess it's not your own teeth. Crunch into apples. Sink your
They're
teeth
not even
into
the
steak.
same. Like,
Eat
none of them
whatever
are the
you love,
same.
freely, confidently. It feels so light, so comfortable, you'll forget you're even wearing it. Like your real teeth came back. And right now, we're cutting the price in half and giving you a second set free.
Such a
2 premium
scam.
kits for the price of 1. Plus
We gotta watch
14
this whole
days
thing
to try
together.
risk-free. 90-day quality guarantee. If you're not thrilled, full refund, no questions.
Such
Tap
a
the link below
scam.
now. Reclaim your smile.
The ad for one best-selling upgraded
All these
silicone
people,
dentures.
I've seen their
No
videos
dentist
and stuff,
required.
and none of
Tested
them
by
have
over 1,000 people, they fit 99% of
close to
users
this.
perfectly. Right
In fact,
now,
I
it's the
think they all
lowest
have
price
just
anywhere
either
online.
real dentures or,
Made
like
with
you said, that
patented
one girl
adaptive
has
silicone,
implants
they
now.
work whether you have gaps, missing teeth, receding gums, or just hated
There's
your
no
old
sound,
dentures.
sorry. Let
No
me-
more slipping, shifting, or embarrassing drops ever.
Let me see
Put
if
them
I
in
can
for
fix
just
that.
1 second, and they instantly mold to your teeth, like they've always been there. Thanks to our pain-free, ultra-comfortable fit technology, the soft, flexible silicone hugs every unique tooth shape. No pressure,
it that?
no rubbing.
Can you hear it now?
Zero foreign body feeling. Eat with confidence. Bite into apples, chew ribs, crunch nuts. No fear of your dentures falling out. Real users with all kinds of mouth shapes and dental conditions tested them.
I'm not
and
sure which
confirmed
one this is,
whether you're
because it
eating,
says-
talking,
oh,
or laughing
it
out
says,
loud, even after
okay,
hours
never
of
mind.
chewing, they stay locked in place. Finally, real chewing
that.
power is back. Infused with antimicrobial material, they're a breeze to clean. Just rinse or lightly brush. No special care needed for a full month, and absolutely no bad odors or sticky buildup. On major shopping sites, they've earned a 99% positive rating. Many users say long-term wear not only
99%
makes meals more
positive
enjoyable,
rating.
but
That's
even
what they
improves
say.
facial balance. Others report lighter snoring, less
That is
jaw tightness,
crazy.
and noticeably relaxed muscles. This is the absolute lowest price online, and stock is flying off the shelves. Don't wait. Order now before they're gone.
It installs and adjusts in a second thanks to its complex process, perfectly adapting to your teeth to instantly
You can hear the
display a
sound
bright and healthy smile. This is the latest generation of silicone dentures from the UK that eliminates the need for costly orthodontic surgery and dental implants. This invisible mouthguard solves all your problems,
That is crazy.
allowing you to eat without any
is a
restrictions
long
while
ad.
confidently displaying a seductive smile. The soft silicone adapts
long
perfectly
ad.
to every tooth shape, painlessly and comfortably, allowing you to express your emotions naturally. Prolonged wear can gradually improve tooth structure, correct and harmonize while helping to reduce snoring,
A
correct jaw
whole long
retraction,
ad of lies.
and relieve tension. The product will not yellow or deteriorate and comes with an original lifetime guarantee.
Holy cow.
Only 50
I'm glad we
products
came
remain
across
on
this because
sale.
we've talked about these multiple
We offer a free
times,
14-day
like
trial
multiple
period.
times.
If the result does not meet your expectations, we guarantee a full refund.
Is that finally over? Or is it still going? They must have paid a lot for this. Yep, see how it says sponsored? See that sponsor right there? That means it's a scam. These scam places buy sponsored ads. Almost all sponsored ads are I keep saying ads. Sponsored ads. Almost all of them are scams. You can go to Google and like if you're searching something on Google, if you go there and it said sponsored, most likely it's a it's a scam. So, anyways, now my video's playing after forever.
Whether genetics, an accident, or injury has impacted the
Look,
beauty
there's
of
another
your
one.
natural smile,
Before my video
our custom
plays.
fit Snap-on dental veneers can transform your
Snap-on
current smile
dental
into the
veneers.
one
Like,
you've been dreaming of.
I don't suggest these for anybody.
Smile and
I know
shine
people
with
who have
Shiny
gotten
Smile
them,
veneers.
and it's just white plastic, and they do not look real at all. They look terrible, and they make your teeth look and feel fat. And I've
A
heard
really
you
good
really
one for you
can't
guys today.
eat with them
I know
at
you
all.
guys that follow me all the time, and you guys were
Yeah.
here live. I know I said
So
that
anyways,
I would do
this is the video
the
that
following
needs to get
Monday
to
after last Sunday.
2,000
Check
for
the dates. You
the
guys will know
giveaway.
what I'm talking about.
Looks like it
But I
says
actually didn't get
1.8,
around to
but I
it
think on
until
my side I
just
see that
today.
it's like
But
at one
this is gonna be the official
1.85, so it's got about
giveaway
1,000 and a half
video
left to go.
So, go back through my videos. If you don't know about Now Dentures, they're these teeth right here. They are an
I don't know if
acrylic base with a
You
resin
think my
tooth,
video's
and then
gonna
in
be
the top of it you got this
demonetized
heat and
because
mold
I'm playing my own
DIY
video that's monetized?
denture style stuff on the top. So basically you mold these to
Like
your
if
own
somebody
mouth,
else
and you can
owns
see
it,
this one's already
then-
pre-molded. They're just like any other denture. These
it
things
gonna-
are great.
is it
They're
gonna
well under
demonetize?
$1,000. In fact, they're well under $500. In fact, they're under $400.
Oh, look at that. You can see
These
up here it
things are
says
amazing.
flash
so if
sale,
you guys
buy
can
one, get
afford
one
them, make
free
sure
of
that
that
you go out and
sponsored.
get them. Resin tooth to an acrylic base, which is basically what every multi-$1,000 denture is
crazy.
made out of.
Visit site.
But
I don't even wanna
instead,
click on
you
that-
have this
that site.
top heat mold that you actually fit it yourself.
So make sure everybody that's in here, it looks like
It's a
there's
nice
about
day out
20
tonight,
people
so
in
I
here right now.
decided today.
Make sure you
so I
go
decided
over
to do this
to
outside. But check this out.
YouTube
It's a full
page.
set. I mean, under
And then
$400. So if you can purchase these
hit
yourself,
like
I would
or share
I would tell you to go. I'm
and,
wearing them right now. I would tell you go ahead and purchase them. I haven't actually went
How
out
well
and bought
can you
any
guys
other
hear
pair
this?
of dentures,
Like,
even though I
can
can
you
afford
hear it and me at the
actual
same time
$1,000
pretty
dentures
good?
if I wanted to right
Is
now.
it
I actually haven't went
blended,
out and got any
like-
because these things are so good. They're just like
Let
any
me
other
know.
immediate denture, because just about every other
I'm gonna
immediate denture
actually come
is
over
going to be
here.
resin teeth into acrylic. You just form them yourself, so it saves me that trip back and forth to
gonna
the
actually push
dentist
mute
all the
on this
time
just
to
so
get
I
them
can try to
resized
hear this.
as your gums start to shrink. You got to go back, get them resized. They're uncomfortable. All this different
Places
stuff.
by
You can
sponsored
do one
ads.
right away.
Ads. Almost
You're gonna go
all
home.
sponsored
I just
ads
found
are
2,000
ads. I
comments
keep saying ads.
from the previous videos.
Sponsored.
People just going, man, they don't fit right. They just don't fit right. Dentists
that's
really
loud.
don't care about dentures. They don't
gotta
like
figure
people
out
with
how to
dentures.
get
They don't
this
like
to,
making dentures. They don't really care enough
mix
to get them to
better.
fit right. You have to wear tons of glue and all this different stuff.
So it's not so
But since
damn
you're making
loud.
them yourself, you can work on them yourself until you get them
I
just
think
right
it's
and just
just this
perfect. And they
desktop
fit
audio.
really, really good. And they look really good too. So this video
Okay,
right here, I'm
let me know if that helps.
so these are the largest that I wear, the ones that I've made. This giveaway is going to be for a medium pair. Because the last time we gave away a large and a medium. We'll do another giveaway for just a large. So
I'll go here.
Just did a large, but this time fit right. They just don't fit right. Dentists really don't care about dentures. They don't like it. This is Denture Insight here. The Now Denture.
Oh, here.
And you can actually get on this. You can work on them yourself until you get them just right and just perfect.
On it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI
Okay.
creation platform.
Well, I was trying to turn it down on here. Oh, wait, where'd this come from? Did I accidentally click on something? This is the max velocity stuff. I wonder if we can go back and see that flying through.
No, I'm going to use some velocities, but it's right there. I could see it.
It was super cool.
It was doing some dancing vortices, and then it got rain around like super fast.
All I want to do is go back and see it fly through. Yeah, here we go. Check this out. I could totally do this here in a second. Come on, right there. There we go. Look at this. They're flying through a tornado. Oh, I'm lagging. My bad. I probably shouldn't. Oh, look, hey, now you guys can see. Oh. This was actually lagging live whenever I was watching it too, though, by the way. So it could just be because it was lagging like crazy. Since it's live, this whole thing is live. So because it was live, the see, look at that. That guy's in a tornado right now with a drone. Inside. That's multiple vortices. The thing is awesome. And it was lagging like crazy because it's a live drone feed. So you got to think of all the pressure differences and all that stuff. Like, it would be so hard to keep control with like the rear force downdrafts and stuff. But man, that thing is cool. Like, that's the first time ever I think they said that they had a live drone fly through a tornado. How cool is that? Let's see if I can get out of this real quick and see if it still lags on a regular video. Oh, let's go back to this. I want to show you guys. There's other videos on here. If you guys go to my page, you guys can see as I go down that there it is right here, the make your own dentures one. This one is actually showing the stuff from the Jesse Dent and everything. It doesn't show the process of it and everything, but this is the video that I made first of any denture videos at all. This is the very first one that I did. Revive Smile. Another sponsored thing. What is this? Is this another one? Or is this?
This lets you do what the dentist does without the crazy fee. It makes a scan of your teeth, including the missing ones. This data then goes to a lab. We're an accredited dentist.
This is actually seeming pretty legit. It's not showing a whole bunch of videos of other people's YouTubes, and it's not showing a bunch of easy denture stuff.
It fits comfortably while you eat, sleep, and talk. And thanks to its tailored color to match your gums and teeth, your smile will look 100% better. So stop overpaying for a new smile. Click the button below to cut out the middleman.
Revived Smile.
What's up, guys? Bryce Michael RC here. Today I'm doing a little bit of a different.
Oh, they're not going to show the ad at the top or anything, like on the other one. That sucks. I was actually going to click on that. That actually kind of seemed legit, didn't it?
Actually, I have a hereditary thing where the enamel and the teeth.
Yeah, so you can actually see what I looked like with missing teeth. Like, I don't even want to look up at the camera while I was doing this, because you can see that I have like really bad missing teeth at the bottom. So I was like really kind of shy about doing it all. But that's a good show of like after your mold is done, what it looks like inside of it.
This is like my first try at making stuff. It's really bad color, and even though that I got.
But yeah, you can see that spot in my, yeah. Anyways.
These ones come with multiple different colors and multiple different plates.
That's the Denture Way. Denture Way has all the different colored stuff.
Small, medium, and large teeth, so you can kind of get whatever.
Yeah, if you just go to Max Velocity, they're on live right now, so they're chasing tornadoes live right now. That's what that video was from. So that's this video here that's over on the side. Max Velocity. I know a lot of people watch Ryan Hall, y'all, but I like Max Velocity for live stuff, and then I like Ryan Hall, y'all, for like forecasts, because Max Velocity is so big into clickbait that he's always making every single forecast seem like it's the most insane thing to ever happen in weather ever. Like, that's how every one of his forecasts is. Ryan Hall is just super honest about it. But then when it comes to actual live stuff, I think Ryan Hall, what he tends to do is he'll find one storm to stick on and warn it out like crazy and talk to people about it. But then Max Velocity actually switches around to a bunch of different storms. So, like, if your storm really isn't all that bad and doesn't have a tornado on it or something, but it's still fairly warned and everything, he'll go watch, you know, the tornadoes develop on all these other storms, but he'll constantly keep checking back and showing your live area too. And so, like, Ryan Hall tends to stick on one storm that's doing something, and that's it. And so if you're watching him and you're from a different area, and you're kind of wondering about your own, it's just like, God, just come back to mine. I want to see how mine's doing. I don't really care about Illinois. I'm in Kansas. You know what I mean? So... What is this? Storm Chasers, Brandon Kopic? I think that's that guy that was... Oh, no, that wasn't. It's a whole different guy.
It's illegal to drive without car insurance in almost every U.S. state, but there's one thing you could try pretty much any time if you want to save money. So I found this website, and look at the difference.
Oh, stop it.
I thought this was the best price I could find.
More people trying to get money. Brandon Chaser, Kopic.
I don't think so.
Never heard of that guy before.
Jaden, how far are we from it right now? I'm sure we could find a way to do it, like get it down since it's not freaking dumping.
I like hearing storm chasers because back in the day when I used to storm chase all the time, like, it just reminds me of those days. Especially when you stop over somewhere and you meet up with those other storm chasers. You're just kind of like talking between cars and stuff. Like, it's so much fun. That's why I'd rather be in a car rather than hunkered down in a home when a tornado's happening, because I just feel safer that way. I feel like I know what I'm doing in that case. Y'all got super quiet. You guys seen the new Spider-Man trailer? My son's big into that. He's like the biggest Spider-Man fan of all time. This right here, this tornado here actually happened only about 40 minutes from my house. I was actually going to go to that. I seen the storm and I was like, man, if a tornado is going to happen, that's where it's going to happen. And we were about to drive there, and then I was like, I don't really feel like driving all that way, and then having to come back home, and nothing happened. And then I was sitting around at the house, and literally like an hour after I decided to stay home is when that tornado dropped down. And it was like a really big tornado because it hit downtown. What was it? What's that little town east of Wichita? El Dorado. No, not El Dorado. I can't think of it. Bonsai says she has bad anxiety. I have way more anxiety at the house. I remember one time we had a really bad hook echo outside, and I thought it was going to be a really big tornado, and we hauled everybody into the closet because we just didn't have time, and it was in the middle of the night. So everybody just jumped in there, and I packed my family in. I covered them with a whole bunch of pillows and all sorts of stuff, and then I basically ran to the front porch and just kept an ear and an eye on the weather and stuff, and then like all the electricity and internet and everything went out, so I felt like I was blind the whole time. I got such bad anxiety, like just waiting. I was like, should we just go get in the truck and try to watch this thing through the lightning? I just hate nighttime storm chasing, so we just decided not to go anywhere. But that was a scary night. That was a really scary night. Here's another guy. They always have pictures of tornadoes as their screenshot, but that's not really happening. Like it'll start playing, it'll show them driving, and it's like in blue skies.
75 projects, one lasting.
Yeah, see that guy's super far away from any tornado. Let's go through his live feed and see if he ever seen one. Do we have anybody in Illinois in the live stream? I don't think anybody is. I think most everybody here is from like the Kansas area, right? Except for the West Virginia. I think we've got one in like Cleveland. Oh look, there's he did catch a tornado. Look at that. That's that Fairfield one that they... I think that's the one that they... No, it's the one after that that they flew the drone through. That's pretty cool. It's pretty legit seeing. I don't know. I love storms. Love tornadoes. Love them, love them. Tell you another thing that, oh, there's another drone. Let's check that one out. Crazy drone tornado video. Mike Caines from New York City. How was that championship? Man, they tore up New York. I saw all sorts of videos of just New York got trashed during the NBA championship. Hey, look at this thing. It's trying to start up. Oh, they're just in a drone following it. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. all that green power just getting... And luckily that thing ain't stronger, because that thing would have ripped right through it. It's not a very strong tornado. Oh, they're just showing the same one over and over again, basically. Well, that's lame. Damn, imagine him being in that truck right there, just pulling up to the intersection. Like, what the hell? That would be cool to see. It's almost just like a land spout or a dust devil. It's about as strong as one of those. Just kind of going through town. Those are the best tornadoes. 0 damage. Smellinois here. Also, you're in Illinois. Are you in the path of any of these tornadoes, Deborah? Like, there's a bunch of them. I think there was 12 at one point in Illinois alone. Illinois? See, this is the problem. Is you guys watch ads already, and then we got to watch ads on mine. That's why I didn't want to do it. There we go. Oh, come on. Stop with the ads. There we go. It says huge tornado outbreak in all caps. Look at that one. That's wild. I don't want to be on for too long because it's their stream and not mine, so I don't want to be on their thing for too long. I'll show you guys what I really like watching. And if anybody has a question for me about, I mean, that's what these Saturdays are for, Sundays are for. So if anybody has any like questions, make sure that you ask. I wonder if I can see any on here. Only because I like to laugh at people. Those motorcycle videos where the motorcyclists are out trying to outrun the cops. They crack me up. Otis, the Otis Project. That's the guy who flew the drone into the storm right there. That's the guy. I don't want to click on this thing, but oh dang it, it did anyways. Zucchini and squash. Fried zucchini? I love fried zucchini and fried squash. I don't get to eat it very often. Hey, Monica. Even though they called? Somebody called about tornadoes? Tornado footage in Joplin. You can tell I watch a lot of tornado stuff. And a lot of police stuff. Because I'm like a big constitutionalist, and so like I love watching a lot of these First Amendment auditors. I think it cracks me up because I don't think anyone should ever feel like they have to do what cops say just because cops say it. I think when a lot of cops get that way, like so many people don't really know what the law is and they kind of just go through life and they want a cop to tell them what the law is. And too many cops get that false sense of superiority and end up being like really bad cops after a while because they just expect everybody to do what they want. And I think it just frustrates me. So it's nice to see First Amendment auditors getting out there and actually, you know, you can see the look on a cop's face when somebody actually tells them no for the first time. You could tell it's the first time. They're just like, what? They're like, do this for me. They're like, nope, that's not lawful. And it's like, what? Monica said, who's getting a tornado? Illinois is getting tornadoes like crazy. They've already had, I mean, they had 12 tornadoes at one time. Monica said, I've had my Now dentures since January and finally figured out why I couldn't get them to work for me. Holy cow. It's good that you figured it out. I'll tell you one of the most frustrating things that I get is I'll get a comment from somebody that says, I can't seem to get my Now dentures to work. Help. And then I'm just like, that's not very much information. You know what I mean? Like, I probably get that comment. Well, not as much as you would think, but like once every couple weeks. I get that, and I'm just like, that doesn't do anything. It doesn't tell me anything. I appreciate it, Melissa. She said, have a good night and hope you have a great Father's Day. I'm having good Father's. I've been on vacation for like over a week now. Honestly, I'm just ready to get back to work. I don't remember what the thing is called. Oh no, let's do this guy. I like the YouTube channels that teach you. Yeah, so do I. Like Lackluster or Liberty Troll or well, Liberty Troll's not really that. Liberty Troll is more of a First Amendment auditor who's trying to educate the public. Just like Texas Lens is more of a educate the public. This is a young kid, if I remember right. He started out as a young kid. Is it Texas Lens? Yeah. Let's go back to here. And then Random Patriot's really good. Lackluster, Random Patriot, and Long Island Audit are 3 really good channels you can go to that teach a lot about what you can and can't do. That you can see through here. He's more of a educate the public type of a person. He goes to public places. And see, I think that's important that the public gets informed. If you listen to Lackluster's videos, he'll tell people all the time, like he doesn't like it when people go out to like dispensaries or banks and stuff like that and just start videoing and bugging people. But it's the people that call the cops. And rather than inform the people, the cops come, show up, and they try to start a whole bunch of stuff. But it's the people who initially call the cops. So I think it's good to educate people. Help show up and make them for you. Monica says some of the things I've seen people say and the attitude they... Well, you know, there's a lot of people... And I've discussed this with people in my own hometown, like the DMV. And she was like, at the DMV, she was like, those people show up just to antagonize the cops. And if you watch any of the videos, it's just people with cameras. And then the cops come up to them and start demanding stuff. And most of the people that I watch just give the cops what they get. So if the cop shows up with an attitude, they'll give an attitude back. If the cop shows up cool, they're cool back. I mean, they just give the cops what they're getting. And I don't think just because you have a badge and a gun that you automatically are above another human being. And I don't think that like you automatically have authority over somebody. Like you have to be breaking the law or be suspicious of a crime before they can actually have any type of authority over you. So when a cop just shows up with zero authority and starts demanding stuff around, I can see why people get attitudes with them. And there's some really good cops out there who will defend your rights, and there are some really, really cruddy cops that as soon as they don't get their way will just be psycho. Now, I've seen some really psychotic cops online. Like there's this... I don't know if you guys have seen the Long Island Audit. This guy's the nicest dude. And he's actually far more professional than most of them. Like he's always has a good attitude and stuff. But let's see if I can find it. The Leahy one. I want to find the original one. If I can find it. Fahey. See if it shows the original one. Oh, it's the lawyers. Pat says it's the lawyers and teachers that keep your lawyers teaching you to keep your mouth shut. Just give. Well, that's the thing. Not all of those guys are right. Like, you shouldn't just keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. That's not America at all. I mean, we don't live in Nazi Germany, so they can't just come up and order you around. You just keep your mouth shut and do what you're told. Like, that's not what America's about. It's about having freedoms applied to you by the Constitution. And if you're not a criminal and you're not breaking the law, they don't have any right over you at all. Like, that's the point. That's the point of the Constitution and having rights. Like, if your rights go away just because a cop shows up, then that's not very free at all. I used to have that same frame of mind, though. Me and my buddies used to talk about that all the time, because there's a lot of people out there who, if they would, and there's a lot of people who get themselves in trouble. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you're getting pulled over for a legitimate reason, or you're committing a crime and somebody shows up and does something, yeah, your best thing to do is just shut up and do what you're told, because at that point they do have control over you. Like, and a lot of those people that get shot, or like a lot of those people are, you know, you could look at it in a way of saying, if they would have just done what they were told, then they'd be fine right now. At the same point, there's a lot of people. I'm gonna show you guys this. You guys will just have to see it, because it is just crazy that a police officer acts like this. But there's more than you would think that do this. I'm not trying to change anybody's view or anything. If you guys are the type of people that's like, when I'm confronted by a cop, I just shut down and do whatever they say, then hey, that's you. I can't do that. I'm not that type of a person. Monica, that's correct. She said, I've always taught my kids never to volunteer information and only give exact answers to questions you're asked. So I've taught my kids never to volunteer any information if they get pulled over. A lot of cops will ask phishing questions. They will. So like when they get your license and they say, do you still live at this address? That's a phishing question. Like, you don't have to answer that. You just say, you've got my license. Whatever address is on there is the, you know, or they'll grab your license, which has your ID, and they'll just say, okay, what's your address? That's to try to get you to respond, so they can try to say that you're like slurring or something like that. You just say, like, anytime I get pulled over, I just tell a cop, like, I don't answer any questions unless it relates to the traffic stop. So if they go, where are you coming from? Where you been? Like, that has nothing to do with any of this. So, you know, like, if you want to ask me about a headlight being out or something like that, you know, then that's fine. But don't ask me all these personal questions. Like, don't give up any information freely. I teach mine too to be polite to a point. If a cop is in a bad mood and having a bad day, then you just respond in kind. I've always taught my kids to respond in kind. I respond in kind. If somebody's being an asshole to me, I'm going to be an asshole to them. That's just all there is to it. And a cop in a badge doesn't make any difference in that. It really just doesn't. You're right, Deborah. There are a lot that are on a power trip, and I've been in front of a bunch of them that are on power trips. Like, especially when I was younger, and we'd all be over 21. A party would get busted. They'd try to make us do this and make us do that, and it's like, we're over 21. We're at a house. We're being safe. We're at a party. Like, none of us have broken the law here, so you can't be ordering us around. You know, like I've had cops around, like small town cops, like Ark City, where I'm from. They've gotten a lot better here recently, but when I was younger, man, they were ridiculous. They were always trying to treat, almost like they wanted to pick on people smaller than them, but if it was somebody who was actually dangerous, they wouldn't mess with them, type of thing. Kind of how a bully would act. So I come from personal experience. I act the way that I do towards cops from personal experience. I got you, Pat. Yeah, Pat, you're right. All you have to give. Well, and another thing too is like you'll see some videos of cops coming up and saying, "Hand me your ID" and stuff like that. Like the real law is that you just have to present it. So you can actually just stick it to, and some cops will lose their minds if you don't hand it to them. You know what I mean? And then there's so many that you're just like I've had a guy pull me over and I literally said, I'm not going to answer any other questions besides what involves the traffic stop. So don't ask me anything else. And this guy goes, the first thing out of his mouth was, "So we're going to play those games?" And I was like, freedom's not a game and your rights are not a game. Like, I'm telling you, they immediately think you're going to be a problem when you start being like, these are my rights. You know, it just frustrates me. Yeah, Monica, you should tell them that. I've been reading your guys' discussion talking about, they said that they don't have small sizing trays, but your smalls came with sizing trays. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, they should have small sizing trays. Unless they're just saying that their smalls, they will only send their small sizing trays with their small dentures and not by themselves. I mean, that could be the case, because if there's only a certain amount of small now dentures, then maybe they're not willing to separate the trays from them, because maybe it's not one of those that's ordered very often. Like mediums are ordered more than anything else. So I'm sure you could get a medium or large tray anytime you want to, just by asking about it. But I'm sure like extra large and extra large and smalls, I bet they don't even keep very many in stock. So I could see how them not wanting to separate those from the already existing ones. I was going to show you guys this. This guy's insane to me. So the background is the guy's just trying to get inside a public building to do a FOIA request, which is everybody's right. It's called the Freedom of Information Act. Anybody can go in, and any public place you can do a FOIA. Any public place. As a citizen. I should get to work. Is that what you're telling me? And this guy comes in and just blocks him. Twice. Not once, but twice.
As he was walking backwards, I went to the Connecticut State Police headquarters to file a formal complaint against America's dumbest cop, Trooper Lavoie. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this guy's just insanity. You're allowed to videotape in any public space, and not only that, but the Constitution states that you can film public officials in the course of their duty. It's called holding your public officials accountable. It's everybody's right. So in any public space you can record, but only in public spaces. So you can't go behind the counter in a private area.
A supervisor came over. The first person who was concerned called the supervisor. Supervisor said, "You have a right to film. It's not an issue. I know your rights. You know your rights. Continue what you're doing." One of your troopers out of Bradley Airport, trooper.
So he's just going in trying to file a complaint on one of his troopers, one of this guy's troopers. Uh-oh. Did you guys hear that? I think it just froze on me.
I don't need help with pistol permits. I need help with the civil rights violation, as I just told you.
But you can contact our internal affairs department. It's online, or there's a phone number.
Your supervisor
in charge of special licensing and
Exactly. No expectation of privacy in public. So any public building, any government-owned building or anything like that, that's a public, like your taxes pay for, like the post office, the courthouse, any place, the police department, any place that your public tax dollars pay for has a public area where the public can go into. And you can do FOIA requests, you can do complaints, you can do any of that stuff. You're allowed to bring a camera into that public area and film. Even if they have a sign up in that building that has a policy saying you can't record, that's actually against the law, and they're not supposed to have those type of signs up. In fact, the sign should have a law number posted on it if it's based on law. But there's a lot of courthouses and stuff that get away with trying to tell you that you can't film, like putting up signs saying you can't film. Especially post offices do it all the time, and public libraries do it all the time. But it's not based in law, so people go up there and they stretch it. You know what I mean? They go to try to enforce their constitutional rights over people's feelings, because the only reason they post those is because they don't want people coming in and filming them because it makes them uncomfortable. But if you're a public official, like I work at a school, I work at a public school. My job is publicly tax funded. So I mean, you can't come into the school. You can go into the office and stuff all you want to. That's a public area. But I still wouldn't mind if people followed me around with a camera, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I got nothing to hide. Like, if they could come into the maintenance area and film, I really wouldn't care. Like, I think you should be able to follow one of us around, or at least get some special right to follow one of us around and see what your public tax dollars are going towards. I think that's a good idea. But this guy is so set on not letting him in the building just because he has a camera. Like, that is it. A publicly accessible building in a public area. And it's a sergeant. So it's not a regular peon cop, it's a sergeant. Grabs his phone, that's assault. Assault 101. Any unwarranted touching, any type of physical, anything like that. So that's a sergeant in the police department that is literally physically assaulting a civilian who's not doing anything wrong. Got an attitude with him, grabbed his personal belongings. He's holding it in his hand right now. It's because this is one of those cops who he didn't just bow down to him, so he's got to get in his face and try to show him who's the boss. And there's too many cops out there that do this. This is what I'm talking about. Long Island, that guy is so nice. I encourage anybody to go to this guy's YouTube page and watch his stuff. He's so knowledgeable when it comes to the laws, and he's the nicest dude in the world.
We're going to detain you over what the situation was going on, man.
Monica says, who's the big guy who goes around the country checking out? There's a lot of them. So Long Island Auditor, the guy that we're watching now, he's a pretty big guy. There's several big guys. In fact, Warren Sapp joined in on the whole thing because he got publicly assaulted by the police department when he was out riding motorcycles and stuff like that. And now he's part of the whole thing. Like, it's a whole community of people that are getting out and being like, listen, this is our First Amendment right by the Constitution. And the crazy thing is police take an oath to the Constitution. They do. But none of them know it. Like, go up to your own police departments. If you ever talk to a cop and say, hey, what's the First Amendment? What are the 5 pillars to the First Amendment? I bet you none of them know. And they took an oath to it. See, now he's trying to shut him out. This is the second time.
I know your inclination is wanting to assault me, Sergeant. Stop pushing me. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in the building. You have no business. I do have business here. Stop.
He has every right to, like, freak out on him. Like, Long Island Auditor has every right to freak out on him. And he's actually being pretty nice.
Sergeant Brian Fahey violently take my camera from my possession.
Another assault. And he got away with it, too. He was able to just retire. And then he got, like, 2 years of probation, and that's it. Anybody else walk up to somebody and assault them, like, he'd be going to jail. But because he has a badge, like, he doesn't have to face the same consequences everybody else does. Like, that's just insane to me. Because they have qualified immunity, unlike everybody else. Like, how crazy is that? He's just in his face. He's just one of those cops that if you don't bow down to me, do what I say, then all bets are off. He's so scared of a camera. It's crazy. Crazy.
Warning.
Crazy to think about.
Sickening. I am making this statement for
Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you. I mean, that's one of them. There's several. I mean, there's so many videos online just like that, that it's just insane to me. I'm gonna pause that and then bring this back up if I can. Put this back here. Oh, not that. Oh my God. There we go. Put that over there. And transition back. Now where'd that go? Oh. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, I've never seen Long Island Auditor be disrespectful. I've never seen him like raise his voice. I've seen him. There was a cop that after all that stuff happened, they came to his house to try to do like a noise complaint. You could tell it was obviously BS. And the guy walked into his backyard. And that's another thing too. Like even if they had an arrest warrant for, like say they had an arrest warrant for you, they cannot come into your house to serve that arrest warrant. That is against the law. They have to have a search warrant to get into your house. You can literally kick them off your front porch because that's still part of your house. And this guy, like, they can't come in your backyard, they can't come in the front, like none of that stuff without a warrant. This guy did that, and so he walked around the front and he goes, "Get lost." And that guy turned around and just started having an attitude with him and pushing up on him. That's the only time I've seen Long Island even get close to getting an attitude with somebody. And to me, it was still very, very mild. So it's crazy. Anyways, yeah, that's good stuff. Long Island's one of those guys. Long Island, Lackluster, those two guys are guys that you should watch. Liberty Troll cracks me up. I watched a guy push up on him. Liberty Troll and Texas Lens are two guys that walk around. They post up in almost the same area all the time. People get pissed off at them for... There's so many people who think that you can just say, "I don't want you filming me, therefore it's illegal for you to film me." And I get that people want their privacy and stuff, but you really, in public, you don't have any expectation of privacy. There's no such thing. But they'll try to fight him. People, like, the Texas Lens had this old, like, he looked like he was 80, but he said he was like 67 or something. Like, chased this guy around all over the place. Until finally I was like, screw it, I'm standing my ground. And this guy got right in his face and he just pushed him back. And then that guy got arrested for assault. The other guy, not the Texas Lens guy. And then the other guy had another dude come, Liberty Troll had a guy come walking up on him and literally got in his face, grabbed his camera, and he just socked him. And it like knocked him out. Like one hit knocked him out, and the guy who got knocked out got arrested for it. That's because, I mean, it's all self-defense. Like, you can't just walk up and grab people's stuff. You just can't. I also watched a lady one time come out of a dispensary, and a guy was standing there with a camera, and she got so mad about it, she got out of her car and started chasing him, and he pepper sprayed her. Yeah, it was just like, dude, it was insane. Some crazy stuff. I think that's what I would be doing if I was a younger person. I'm far too old to be risking getting arrested. Like, I would totally do it. Because I'm just one of those people that when I was younger, I was just like cocky enough that I would have went downtown in the middle of anywhere and just started trying to get the police called just so I could get in their face and do so. I would have been that type of a kid, like just to get views and to make money. Because some of those guys make a lot of money. A lot of money. It's all based on views. So, I mean, they get arrested multiple times, they sue police departments multiple times, and it's all funded by their YouTube. So they're obviously making a lot of money because it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars to sue people. So they're making a ton of money. But my younger days, I would have been that type of a person. Maybe my older days is the best time to do it because I'm a little bit more level-headed now. So I'd probably be a lot more level-headed. Like when I was younger, I'll tell you a story. There was this one time we had a party, and I was at a party. I was invited to a party, and I walked there actually. Knew I wasn't going to be able to drive home, so I figured it was only about 10 blocks from my house. So not even that much. I think like 8 blocks from where I was living. So I was planning on just walking back home whenever it was all done with. Over 21, I get to this party, and there was like, I didn't know it, but because I was invited. I didn't know it, but there was a few people that were under 21 that were there. Police show up, busted the place, told all the people who were 21 to get outside and line up next to this privacy fence so they could round up all the ones underage inside. And this one cop, he just kept going, "You need to line up against that fence, line up against that." And I was talking on the phone the whole time. And I was like, dude, you can shove it. Like, I'm over 21. I haven't broken any laws. Like, you have no authority over me. And all the other 21-year-olds were like bowing down, just sitting against the wall. They used to call me Docs. They were all sitting there going, "Docs, just come on, do what you're told." And I was like, no, like, I'm over 21. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. This isn't my house. I didn't invite these people. I don't even know half the people here. And so this cop, he just kept getting mad at me. And he's like, "Get off the phone." And I was like, "I'm calling my ride." And then he was like, "Well, if somebody shows up, you're not going to be able to go with them because you're going to be here until we're done with this investigation." I was like, "Watch me." And all of a sudden my ride pulled up, and I walked straight up to him and got in his face, and I was like, "See ya." And I just walked over and got in the car and left. That guy was like fuming. And I remember at one point this other cop came up and he goes, "You're lucky he's a nice guy because I'm an asshole." And I looked at him and I was like, asshole or not, you still got to follow the law, man. Like, and I'm not breaking a law, so there's nothing you can do about it. Like, so in my younger days, I was one of those that was pretty spiteful. You know what I mean? Like, he kept telling me no, and I kept pushing it. And finally, I literally walked up right to his face and was like, "See ya." Went and got in the car. And I remember he turned around and started walking to the car. And I was like, get out of here. He's got no authority over us. And I like yelled out the window, "See ya, sucker," or something like that. I don't think I'd do anything close to for number one. I don't party anymore, but I just remember like everybody was like in awe, and I was pretty much a legend after that moment. Docs is a short story, a very short story. In my younger days, I was a musician, a metalhead musician. And when I was in high school, we used to play metal shows with all these other metalheads, and all the metalheads around wore all black, like all black, everything. And we're either like punk rock or just all black goth almost. And me and my friends, we played metal, but we didn't dress like we were metalheads. Like, we dressed like popular kids. Like, I had frosted tips. I mean, I had gauged ears and a pierced eyebrow and stuff like that. But I would wear like really nice shirts, the buckled jeans, and then I wore Doc Martens, which were super popular at the time in high school. Everybody wore Doc Martens. If you were popular, you wore Doc Martens. They were just a popular shoe to wear. Or boot. And it just wasn't cool amongst the metalheads and stuff. So we went and played this show in Winfield, and we started getting really good friends with this band named 1002 that were a Slipknot wannabe band. They just had a ton of members. They had like 2 bass players, 3 guitar players, like 2 singers, all this different stuff. And one of them, his name was Dave, tall skinny kid, was like the most popular person in that whole band. And we dressed like boy bands, basically. Like boy band metal group. We basically dressed like boy band members, but we played metal. I mean, we were just as heavy as anybody else. just as heavy as anybody else. But anyways, this Dave guy, we went to an after party after one of the shows. It was this big bonfire thing, and we were sitting around, and you could obviously tell my band members because we didn't look like anybody else. Everybody there was wearing black. Everybody had like long black hair, all this different stuff. And yeah, we had gauged ears. Like you can still see my ears are, well, you can't really tell anymore, but they were like really big around at one point. Anyways, I'd gauged ears, pierced eyebrow, like, and all these other guys, like, everybody there that wasn't in my band, which was only 4 people, everybody there that wasn't in my band was in all black, ripped up clothes, like super metal. And this guy, Brian, we were sitting at this bonfire, and he was trying to make fun of me, and he kept calling me Mr. Docs, Mr. Docs, Mr. Doc Martin, Mr. Docs, Mr. Doc Martin boots and stuff every time he talked to me. Like, and everybody was sitting around like doing drugs, and we were sitting around drinking and stuff, and so we were like passing around this liquor bottle and stuff. And so I just owned it. I was basically, anybody that came to me after he kept calling me that, I kept going, hey, I'm Mr. Docs. The whole rest of the party, I kept telling everybody that I'm Mr. Docs. And it pissed him off, like, more and more and more. Well, long story short, we ended up being really good friends after that because I didn't let him bully me. And we actually got to talking about our different favorite styles of music, and we ended up having a lot of the same bands that we really loved. And from then on, like, my entire band would call me Docs. Like, we dropped the Mr., and they just started calling me Docs like crazy after that. And I went by Docs. There's still people out there who don't know my real name from college. Like, from about 2000, like high school, I can always tell where I know somebody from. Because everybody in high school called me Hasty. That's my last name. So everybody called me Hasty all the time. It's a sports thing. So I played football, and everybody that played football with me called me Hasty. And then from about midway through my senior year until about 2010, everybody called me Docs. And there's still people to this day who I'll run into at Walmart or something, and they'll call. I don't even know if they know my real name. Like, I'll just hear this, hey, Docs, what's up? And I immediately go, I know where I know you from. You know what I mean? And then I started doing like the Bryce and Michael band, which Bryson and Michael are my first and middle name. I started touring as a country musician as Bryce and Michael. And so a lot of people still call me Bryce and Michael from that era. So like there's Hasty, there's Docs, and there's Bryce and Michael. That's where. So I know where I know you from by how you address me. It's pretty funny. Once I said my son and 3 of his high school buddies had a garage rock band. Yeah, that's basically what ours was. We used to always jam in my garage. Yeah, we played a lot of shows that we put on ourselves, like our own little festivals and stuff, like back when I was in high school, because we couldn't play at bars and stuff. But my Bryce and Michael, the country thing, I mean, it made it pretty far. I actually got signed by a label. And COVID happened directly after that, and it all just kind of went to hell. But yep, country. You think GNR when you see me? Let's go to, I know you guys can't see this, but well, here, let's do this. Oh, come on. Well, screw it. I'll just leave that there. I'll show you guys something real quick. This I know I'll have to take off because even if I use it on my own personal page, even though it comes from my own personal page, it's licensed. So because it's out, because it's licensed elsewhere, I'll get demonetized for it. At least that section. Oh, what are you doing? Didn't mean to do that. There's actually another musician who's doing under the name Bryson Michael. So I did all the stuff to this. I played the drums, the guitar, well, all the guitar and vocals, and then my producer did the fiddle. This is my music video. Yeah, I'll probably go in and fix it afterwards. I actually edited the video myself. I made this whole thing. I haven't heard this in a while. Yeah, I made a CD. You can actually go on Amazon and buy it. Yeah, I was a little bit more because of my metal days. I think I was a little bit more rock and roll than country. Oh, it froze on me. Okay, there we go. If you go to Amazon, I think, hold on one second. After this, I'll show you. I'll see if I can look it up. You should be able... Oh, here we go. Let me try this. Because I think you have to have the app. Let me open up the Amazon app on my phone. So if you look up Bryson Michael, This Is How an Outlaw Rides, my music is right there on Amazon. It's an EP, so it's got, I think, 5 songs. This Is How an Outlaw Rides, In This Neverland, Cowgirls, Rodeo, and Come Back to Me. They're all kind of like either rock country or old school country. Like this is what I got signed with. This is just in the studio. It's not available. You can't buy this anywhere. You can only watch it on here because it's not owned by me. But it was kind of a dare. I told my producer that I wanted to do a cover, and he was like, it's got to be something really good. And I was like, I want to try to do a Michael Jackson cover. And he was like, I've got the actual microphone that Michael Jackson recorded the Bad album on. And so this microphone in here was actually recorded on by Michael Jackson. So we picked a song from Michael Jackson, and I recorded it. And when I sent it to Nashville, this is what they wanted to make as my first single. But I didn't want to do like an Alien Ant Farm thing and be pigeonholed into one thing because it's a Michael Jackson cover. So I turned it down, and then I wanted to do my song Cowgirls instead. Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to do it on your own. Like really, really hard. You need a lot of money. But yeah, check this out. I was like 26. It was like 14 years ago. I don't even think we ever played this live. I need to get a new computer. I don't think it likes me doing this. Got the camo hat on and singing Michael Jackson. My rap debut. anyways. So yeah, you could, it's only available here on my channel. I never, I sent it off to Nashville, so I mean they have a copy of it. Our live CD, or our CD that we sold at live shows, had it on it. It was an exclusive that you could buy at live shows, but nothing else had it. This is from a show that we did with the Turnpike Troubadours. So this is live, like one of our last shows. And it shows how long ago it was. 8 years ago. So like a couple years before COVID. I was basically working with labels and stuff like that and trying to get the band on a major label, and because we were doing live shows like crazy, just playing like crazy. And then Facebook just went through and just deleted our band Facebook page. They did this whole thing where they deleted anybody who had anything to do with the Proud Boys, and we had played a barn burner event for a governor who had the Proud Boys as they were working security, and so it was a big event. We had nothing to do with any of it, but since we had pictures meeting all these guys and stuff, we got caught up in the whole thing and got our thing deleted too. And we were trying to rebuild our Facebook page while trying to get it promoted to labels and such, and it got to be way more difficult than it should have been. So I was gonna see it. Some John Anderson. Nah, Facebook went through and just straight up. I mean, it was like all in one night in October one night. Like, I lost my personal Facebook because of it, the band Facebook. There was so many other people that got caught up in it. People that had nothing to do with the Proud Boys or any of that stuff. They just went through and deleted everybody's Facebook pages that night. And so I lost all of my... I mean, I'd been on Facebook since 2012. So, like, all of my kids' young stuff, like pictures and videos and stuff that I had of them, all of it was just gone. And I had to start it all over. Yeah, and it sucks. It sucks. Because there was a lot of video... There's a lot of my band stuff that was on there, too. That, I mean, we had tons of video footage. Tons of stuff. I'm glad that I backed up some of it on... So, YouTube... I wasn't really using YouTube right at the time. I was doing like a show vlog thing where I was like showing us go to different towns, and I was flying my drone, and I was like showing parts of the tour and stuff like that. But I really wasn't using it right. I was mainly using Facebook for all of our band promotional stuff because that was the best place to do it. And then when we lost our Facebook, it just screwed us bad. And one of the things about getting a label is they want you to have a certain amount of fans on Facebook, which we had. And then once we started actually promoting ourselves to labels, our Facebook was deleted and we had to try to rebuild it. Trying to get people to like you on Facebook is like pulling teeth. It's like the worst thing. Trying what's up with people. Yeah, you guys can go on here anytime you want to. This is a whole live show. In fact, I have this show here on a live CD that was an exclusive for live gigs. And I thought about trying to resell it on our existing Facebook now. Because we have a band Facebook. It just doesn't have as many fans on it as it used to. Some Garth Brooks. Low places. To the oasis, oh, I got friends. In low places. Anyways, yeah, that's my music. That's that. Yeah, the bottoms are tough. Bottoms are pretty tough. You just got to keep working at it. I haven't listened to my own music in a long, long time. That was a trip down memory lane. I wonder if my college rap group thing is on here still. The joke rap group that I did. I also had a whole different YouTube page back in the day. I've been on YouTube for years and years and years. In fact, this YouTube is my third YouTube page. I had one for my music and partying days. It has like a whole bunch of like videos of me in my way younger days. Years ago, before camera phones were any good. Like, it's all blurry and crazy. When camera phones first started like coming out and you could actually videotape stuff. Thank you, Pat. Explains why you're so comfortable on here. I'm really not. That's a falseness. False comfortableness. This is one of my old Facebook or my old YouTube pages. I'm surprised this is still up because YouTube went through and said that anything that was inactive they were going to do away with. This thing has 9 subscribers. It's been around forever. And this is from my college era. My daughter was super young. Like, let's see if I can see her. Yeah, my daughter's almost 20 years old now. This is her when she was younger.
What about Harley? Harley's in there?
This is before my son was born. And my 16.
Who all went and looked for him?
Before camera phones were clear. No, it's not me in all the pictures, but I mean, like these ones here. These are so dumb. So this is like my rap group from college. It's so dumb. The guy with the tie on, Chris, we were sitting on his front porch and he was like writing beats. And I said, I can rap better than Lil Wayne. And he goes, prove it. So we got together and made like a whole bunch of rap songs that were just dumb. And the funny thing is, it actually got pretty big. I did a show with Jeffree Star, Nikki Avalon, The Millionaires. Like, there was all these California bands that like came through that were just making the dumbest music of all time. And it's so dumb and vulgar. Like, it's just being a kid. I don't even want to play it. It's terrible. But it just shows, like, let's see. Oh, this is, I think I was like 22. This is almost 20 years ago. It's my buddy Diddy. This was filmed on a video camera. I had a Pizza Hut shirt on because I delivered pizzas. There's me and my wife in the background. We've been together this whole time. Like 20 years. 21 years now. Oh, I'm definitely getting monetization strike for this one here. Peeing off the balcony of the hotel. Oh, Jesus. We both worked at Pizza Hut at the time. That's my old drummer. My buddy Brumley. It's funny to see most of these guys in here because most everybody is like much older. Everybody's got kids now, serious jobs and stuff. And it's just hilarious to see this video because it's just a bunch of young kids being young kids. Right, Jeffree Star? Oh yeah, that was the MySpace era. That whole thing was MySpace era. The Nightmare in Your Closet, which was my rap group, it was all that whole MySpace music era. Like Blood on the Dance Floor, Jeffree Star, Broken Side, like those guys. We did shows with all those guys. And then this guy here is actually he died not too well, a while back. Young kid. I'm glad I got a couple videos of him because he's in several of these videos. We used to hang out all the time. It's kind of cool having all this stuff on here and being able to look back in the past and see this type of stuff. This is we were doing our rap group and we did what's called a root beer party where we had a bunch of underage people over. It was we even posted this on MySpace that we were having this huge party and everybody got there and we handed out nothing but root beer to everybody. And then we blasted the music as loud as it would go just to get the cops called. And they didn't fall for it at all. They came walking in, they told us to shut everything down and they were like, cute one. They were like, turn it down, and then they just like walked off. But this was loud. I mean, you could hear it. They said you could hear it for like 5 blocks. There's me rapping. Remember that whole era with the auto-tune? We had auto-tune on our mics. This is more of a techno song. No, she wasn't a groupie. No. No. I met her one night. In fact, my producer said it's the cutest love story he's ever heard. I met her one night at a party. My buddies threw. Her and her friend were the only two girls there. And I bet my friend like $50 that I could hook up with one of them. And I ended up winning the bet, but I ended up actually really liking her, and I basically chased her down for months, and she refused to date me. And then finally, after a while, I finally wore her down, and then she decided to date me. She wasn't into that whole thing. She hated this type of stuff. She hated she hated the metal bands I was in. She hated the rap group thing, like all the musical experiments and stuff that I did. She wasn't into any of that stuff. Like and I think that's why I liked her so much, because there were so many girls out there that will just, you play the guitar and they'll be like, oh my god, you know what I mean? As a musician, you could really have your feel if you wanted. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. My wife just wasn't that type of a girl, and made me chase her. So, see, there's the cops. Shutting it down. Anyways, there I go. Talk to the cops. He was smiling. Anyways, it's funny. It's a funny little joke because I still, every now and then, I'll just be like, did I win or lose that bet? We had so many different, I had so many musical projects. When I was younger, I thought I was going to make it in something. And if COVID wouldn't have happened, I think I would have. That was COVID and the whole Facebook thing. If those two things, those were integral parts of me not signing the record deal, then not touring for the rest of my life. Those were the two biggest intricate parts of that. But like, here's me and a buddy of mine. This is a band we were trying to start. We didn't have a singer or anything, but this is the other guy in that video. See if it. We played heavy. This is back in the Docs days here. I'm actually not wearing Doc Marten boots in this, which is weird for me. I'm wearing skater shoes instead. The auto-tuned. You guys are getting the whole story today, huh? Yeah, the funny thing is, it's like, that was part of the whole not going on tour too. Honestly, I was playing for years. Going, like, I was touring, and then every single weekend I was playing shows, and my family was going down to Ardmore, Oklahoma, because they're Native Americans, so they can get free medical stuff down there. And they were going on all these long trips with their grandparents, going to Iowa, doing all this different stuff. And because I was touring, playing shows, I never got to go do any of that stuff with them. So my kids, like, anytime I was home, I was trying to do something with them. And I just realized that they were growing up without me. And so, like, I don't know if the fact that I didn't have enough money for radio play, COVID happened and the whole Facebook thing happened, and I still to this day, like me and my wife talked about it not too long ago. I was like, I don't know if maybe I just used that as an excuse to call it a day because I really wanted to be with my family. Honestly, like 100%, just wanted to be with my family more than anything. And during the COVID era, being able to just stay at home and be with my kids was huge for me. And so when COVID ended, the restrictions ended, and we were allowed to go back out and people started playing shows again, my band was like, are we going to get back out and are we going to start doing this stuff again? And it was easy for me to basically tell them no, because I was kind of just, I was just over it. I was just done and put in my time. I guess I could have probably picked up where I left off. My band has still multiple times been like, are we ever going to get back into this? You know, well, they don't anymore, but for the first like 4 or 5 years, they stayed on notice, like waiting to play. And I was just, I got, and my son started really getting into playing guitar, and I started showing him. He's really good at playing guitar now. And I think it's just one of those things that it's easier to just support him and show him all the tips and tricks that I learned through the years and spend time with him. And my daughter, I feel like there's so much of their childhood I missed out on because I was touring. And I hate that. I really do. If I'd have made it, you know, now that I look back, it just feels like a wasted time because it didn't ever go into anything. At the same time, about feeling like wasted time, it still kind of feels like I accomplished a ton too. Like it's just kind of a mix of emotions. I've never really thought that I'd be a family man, and then I ended up with the perfect family. You know what I mean? While trying to chase my dreams at the same time. But I do think I have a great family. And my kids are awesome. I get compliments about my kids constantly, about how good they are, how awesome they are. So, not bad for a guy who all he ever wanted in life was to be a musician, and I didn't even have a dad growing up. I raised my kids with one thing in mind. I was going to be the dad that I wanted. Like, that's my only goal behind raising my kids. And they ended up being great. So... excuse me. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to get off here. It's been 2 hours. 2 hours and 7 minutes. And to think I was only going to be on here for a short period of time, but I started tripping down memory lane a little bit. Once I get off here, it's going to say monetized strike. I wonder if I've already gotten an email. We'll check it. Check and see if I've gotten the monetization strike email. Nope. No monetization strike yet. It'll be once all the checks are done. Oh, I think they'll have stories of when I got to play close to home several times. This is the last story, then I'm going to go after this. We played a show in Park City. It's right north of Wichita, Park City. And we would always do our tours where they would come back and be close to home, beginning and end. And so my kids could come out to those. Like the ones that were like festivals and things like that. Not the bars, but some of the smaller festivals and stuff. Like 4th of July. We played a bunch of that. And we did a show in Park City for the 4th of July. And my kids got to come out and watch us. And we had this really cool local band open for us that my daughter really liked. And they got to sit out in the crowd. But they also got to come back stage a few times, and my son actually during that show came up on stage and stood on stage next to me the whole time. So he was really little. I gave him a camera and I had him walk around and film the whole thing while he was on stage with me. And there was another one at the Wingnut Stadium in Wichita. It's where they play baseball, that we did with Chris Jansen and Billy Carrington. We opened up for those two guys, and they got to go backstage and meet these Nashville musicians. So those were two of them that were really big, that they got to come and see me perform, and they got to meet people, and they got to come up on stage and do all that stuff. So, I mean, they've got a ton of really good memories, and I think they both know that, like, I quit that whole thing so I could be at home more. So I think they really like that. So hold on, let me. Is there a way for me to get in touch with you? Email, DM. I don't do email. You can email me, but I usually don't offer, especially instant messaging and stuff, because if I say yes to you, then a lot of people will start doing it. And that's why I do this. That's why I do the Sunday lives, is so I can answer any questions people ask. Instead of spending my time through the week answering messages. I get tons of messages anyways. Even though I say not to email me, not to message me, I open up my Facebook and I probably have 10 to 12 a day. My Gmail, I probably have like 20 of them a day that I a lot of them I just kind of disregard because I've told people not to email me and stuff. I mean, you can send me one and ask me a question, but I tell people all the time, like, just my email is set up for, most of the time, just for like companies to reach out and like on YouTube, businesses will ask me if I want to help them promote something and stuff. Most of the time I tell them no, but every now and then I find one that I really like. And then there's a few other, I've basically got that and like all of my Netflix and stuff set up on that account. So on my personal stuff, I have a personal email that I actually, that I use more than anything for everything else, like all the real personal stuff. And then Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff, I don't answer messages on those. Like, I just don't. I don't even look at the messages. I've had so many people reach out on my band Facebook and my regular Facebook and try to get a hold of me. I don't get paid by Now Dentures, so I feel like doing this for 2 hours a week is more than enough, in my opinion, because I don't get paid for the time it takes, because I would be there all day if I was constantly answering tons of questions for people. I know it kind of seems selfish in some point, but I have to protect myself in one way or another. No, I've never used a Yamaha TRH amp. Ask again, because I don't think I see that Sativa said hopefully you can answer the question before he leaves. What was the question? Ask it again, just so it pops up. Okay, let me ask you right here. Go ahead. I've taken all the thermal heat stuff off and scrubbed them several times so they're in perfect condition. I have this brand new set of medium Now dentures that I can't use, and I know it sounds gross, but I didn't know whether you wanted. If you wanna send those to me, I'm sure somebody on here would take them. Honestly, I had people asking for my used ones. I mean, there are people on here that will take them. Go ahead and email me on that. I'll send you my address. I mean, if you've taken them and cleaned them, all somebody has to do is get the Easy Denture gum stuff and put it on top. Watch that video, and they could get it to work. I was wanting to know how much bone do you even see how much ridge I have. I have a pretty good amount of bone still left. Same amount on the top, if not more. I think I have more on the top. I've been post extraction for over a year, well over a year, almost 2 years. Will gums still heal correctly if using NW right after extraction? What's NW? Now dentures? I mean, I put my bottom ones on directly the day after. So the top ones, right after I made the 100% DIY ones and put them in. And then the bottom ones, I put the now dentures in literally, actually same day. So I don't think it affects it at all. It just hurts a little bit more. You should leave them out and let them heal, because then you can put them in, they won't hurt as much. And you won't have the ridges along where your teeth got taken out. You're just going to have to adjust them more often if you do them right away. And they're going to hurt a little bit more. I have some bony parts on my bottom one too. I don't know. You can see this little bone part sticking out. And there in the front. But it actually helps because it creates this like little ridge underneath. It helps it kind of lock in. Shannon Cat's gotta finally work on your dentures, huh? You walk in the rain. That doesn't sound like fun. Five miles uphill in both directions. Oh man, what's crazy is it's popping up on my video before it's popping up over on the actual live chat. That's crazy. It's probably because I have top chat selected rather than all chat. You didn't remind me today, Fun Size. Usually remind everybody. I might get implants at some point later if I really truly want to. I think when the bone loss gets to a point where it's necessary, that's probably when I'm gonna go that route. But until then, these work just fine and I like them and they don't cost a ton of money, so it'd be easier to do implants, a whole lot easier, and then you could just leave them in all the time. But yeah, I'm planning on getting to a point where, I mean, I am going to get a professional set made for the videos, basically just for YouTube. I probably won't like them because I've heard a lot of horror stories, but I am going to go to affordable and just have them make a set at some point. I just got to work myself up to wanting to waste the money. um, and then I'm going to start shopping around and seeing if anybody wants. First, I'm going to ask companies if they want to do the implants as a video. See if I can get them for free. And most likely they're all, because that's expensive. So most likely they're all going to say no. And if they do, then I'll start seeing what it costs to get them. And then, because you can get implants years later. Bottom implants are really the only ones that you necessarily, because bottoms suck no matter what you do. Like bottom dentures suck no matter what. I heard you can go to Mexico though, Sativa. I heard you can go to Mexico and get them pretty cheap. Pat, I think you're right, but I want my bone loss, like, you still need bone for the most part. So it's going to have to be, I'll have to decide before you get too much bone loss. But like I have quite a bit now, and I think in a year I'll just reassess and see if it's like shrunk to a point, and then in a year reassess. If it gets to a point where I think, man, I'm starting to lose too much bone, then that's when I think I'm going to try to do it. But until then, I'm really not worried about it. Because at some point, because I got mine taken out so young, the dentist already showed me like a graph of how they're going to shrink and how I'm not going to have any bone by the time I'm like 70. So that's like 20 years. So I think in like 10 years, I'll probably start looking at getting implants, unless somebody wants to do it sooner than that. And we'll do it for video. Then I might just do it then. Turkey teeth. I seen a lady doing some turkey teeth thing. Is that a brand? Because literally it said a couple days after turkey teeth. That was the title. And I was like, what in the world is this? Anyways, I need to get off of here. Sorry. It has been a little bit more than I wanted to be on tonight. So, yes, no more toothaches, no infections. That's the biggest thing. That's the best part of this whole ordeal. That's the biggest thing you got to look at past the stigma is no more tooth infections, no more toothaches. Don't forget to go over there to that video like I showed you at the beginning of this video and play that video and share that video. Get it to 2,000. We're almost there. 200 more. Well, it's less than 200 more. Go over there and share it. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good night. I'll leave this on for a little bit so you guys can tell each other bye.